Hello, hello. Welcome back to Lizzie Bites Games. It is Monday, and I was in the mood to play some Deckbuilders and Autobattlers. This is a game called Turnbound that kind of got lumped in with a deck builder that I was playing because they both have a sort of fairy tale vibe. But this is actually called an auto battler. I'm assuming it's called an auto battler. That's what the tags say. It took me a few times through to get what was going on. I played the demo and then I bought it in early access because it was fairly reasonably priced. And let me just remind myself of where I am. I'm level 3. I've been playing Wukong versus the other two. Each of the heroes has a different playstyle. Wukong is essentially just thump it, which suits me when I play these games because I'm not overly interested in too much in the way of having to do the math. It's complicated enough getting the vocabulary down. So we are going to go ahead and they've added an offline and an unranked, which I'm going to treat as sort of a practice mode. This is play your way, choose any opponent to to you with no essence gains or losses. No impact on your chamber. Player level and hero levels are earned in all modes. So I can level up the character and I can level up myself. Let's go ahead and just do a run and see what happens. Also, the game has a sinister cat, as all good games do. Alright, you are a good option. That is a charge tile. That is the consumable. Ammo dispenser, that is a weapon. The weapon says give taunt to accessory with the highest health when it's destroyed. Otherwise, it just is a weapon. I'll move you back here. And you can just be there. I'm going to use the coins don't carry over, so you might as well use them for things. I'm going to, maybe I can get a buff or a weapon into those two slots later on. The round thing is just a standard issue shield. In theory, it gets hit first. And you lose the round when your hero tile takes enough damage. And you don't have to click during the battle. The battle is the battle. So I won that one. And we have the opportunity to upgrade our shield, which is why it's wriggling, and to upgrade our weapon, which is why it's wriggling. Power 2 gives +2 power to adjacent attack tiles. That is useful. Now we have 3 coins. I'm going to... that requires... You also want to eventually have more than one weapon on the board so that nobody can just whack that one weapon. And that's the end of it, but I'm not the biggest fan of weapons that require ammo. Let's do you. And upgrade you, and I can keep and reserve this so I could get it next time if I wanted. And buying an item gave me you. This says adjacent to an attack tile, gain taunt and 1 health. I have 1 coin left. Let's put you adjacent to an attack tile. So I think, yeah, that's about all you can do. We are playing Mr. Pickles again. I'm guessing Mr. Pickles is just the go-to for the easy mode. Now this person has upgraded the HP on Alice and started to acquire some of the buffs that she comes with. All right, hero tile upgrade. We definitely want to do that. And we have reserved this. This is another kind of armor, but I never got much out of that, honestly. And we can upgrade that as well. So let's upgrade our hero first. Now choose an ability. Receive a copy card that can be used to create level 1 copy of a tile you own. Or spawn a scroll of wisdom, give damages. I think I tend to go with this, and this costs money if you want. This was our freebie card. When an adjacent attack tile is damaged, give it +1 chain attack and 1 health. Alright, we'll hold on to that. Let's upgrade our shield first. And we do not have enough to upgrade that one accessory. Each connected rune charm give 1. Ah, that's interesting. If you chain them next to each other. Alright, let's hold on to you. They're interesting, but maybe not. And you can upgrade this. Can you? Yes. +2 health. Yeah. And we've got another one. When an adjacent tactile spends its charges. But we don't have an attack tile that spends charges. In fact, we should probably be looking for another attack tile. I think I could probably stand to sell these, buy and sell them next turn. One thing I would be interested in getting more information on is the order that things are going to get hit. Kind of seems like it works from right to left on both boards, but I'm not sure if that's actually what's going on or if that's just coincidence. based on the boards that I've been paying attention to. Choose a trinket. Gives your first attack tile and revives it once. Gives your attack tile +3 thorns after being hit by direct attack. Deal thorn damage. Gives your taunt tiles +5 health. When armor is destroyed, give +2 power and health to your attack tiles. That assumes that the armor gets destroyed before the attack tiles do. First attacking tile +5. And revive. I'm gonna try this. A lot of my opponents and some of the others have had thorns, and I've never been able to have any. Alright. Oof. That's interesting. No. That would be updating. I need another attack tile. It is a weighting iron. Oh, it's a weapon. You can have 3 weapons on the board. So let's open up some space. Adjacent attack tiles. We want them together. Yeah. Now, what do I have? I have 2 left. I can't upgrade my item. So let's open up more of the board. Do you... And you... Unless I want to sell one of these. Do you have charges? You have charges? I don't think I'm going to use consumables, so let's do this. Let's see what this does. If it does anything. Who knows? And we'll go ahead and open up some more of the board. There we go. So unless the consumables have taunt, they don't seem to get hit. It's mostly the heroes and the weapons. Ooh, well, that's not good. While I've been talking, I've been getting hammered. I'm gonna lose this one. Yeah. Let's see. I've not played around with the rematch option. Select reward. You've survived 4 rounds. Dragon hero tile to receive 1 echo. Merge with any tile to receive a level 1 copy. Bell of free reroll. Drag on the shop bell to get 3 rerolls. Alright, this is a free copy. Merge with any tile to get a free copy. What are you. An explosive pinata. That's that other weapon, which I could get. Whack back glove. It's an accessory. When it is destroyed, apply stun to the attacking. Interesting. This would give me a free ruse. Give +2 to E. Alright. Give +2 power to adjacent attack tiles. That seems to apply to both of these. For each connected ruse charm, give another +1 power to attack tiles. But is it... Alright, so that got us a copy. Okay. That's interesting. Did it apply to all of them? I guess we'd have to run it and see. We're at 3, 4, and... No, we're at 5, 7, and 7. Aha, that increased them to 6, 8, and 12. So this is not necessarily one that you want to power up. Unless, what does that give us? That gives it more health. Maybe we do want to power it up. Okay, I don't have enough for that. So let's block that. Move you over. Well, no, let's do... that was on sale, so... Yeah, let's work with that. I'm not sure if this is actually doing anything, but I don't have anything to replace it with, so... We'll just clear some more of this board, and maybe we'll put another little peach up there. I'm assuming those are peaches. Alright, what do you have? You charge your adjacent tiles. This has got charges on it now. Which meant that it had an area of effect. Okay. Say I don't like math, and then I do all of these games that require an absurd amount of math. Divine Empowerment. When one of your tiles attacks, give +1 power to all your attack tiles. Each time Invincible is triggered, all attacks gain 10 power, but I don't know how to trigger Invincible. Character-specific weapons gain +1 per character tile on your board. So how do I know if this is a character-specific weapon? It has a different icon. These are character-specific weapons. This is not, this is not, this is not, and this is not. Currently on your board is 4. The weapon is, and then there are 4 if you count the hero. So that means that character-specific weapons gain 4. That's pretty good. After 6 turns, getting plus 20. That might be a bit more than I wanna. Let's do a specialist. We're going to... you are a character-specific weapon. You are not. So 6 and 5. Isn't it tactile? Okay. I want to reserve that. I want to reserve that. That's not going to be useful very soon. This is... No. Let's drop you down. Move you. Actually, let's do you there and you there because you both seem to work off of charges. I don't have enough for that. I do have enough for that. But not if I open up another... Alright, so this gains +2 for every adjacent attack tile, and this gives it 2 attack tiles and 1 up there. Adjacent attack tiles. Actually, let's put you down there. Yeah. Now you are going to be 3 and you would be 2. Do you and you and you. You're not hitting that anymore. I should have done this one back here. Maybe put you there, put you there. There, put you there, put you there, and put you there. Actually, no. We want you to be there. You to be there. Ah, but now you're off in the corner. I want them both. I want everything buffed. You're more powerful, so you can be off on your own. Yeah, and then I can rearrange it after the next one. Yeah, hold on you. Okay. I have absolutely no idea if that math is working in my favor or not. Alright, so she has a lot of consumables. And they will sometimes debuff things. Looks like my little armor is gone, which lowered my hit rate. But somehow that was hitting. I must have gotten a charge off of that. It would be nice to have a recap or a running total, like in some RTS games, or RTS. She says like she knows what that means. In some games, there'll be a little box that you can check that said this is what happened. If adjacent accessories taunt and +1 health. This is a 1000 hair whip. That's a fairly powerful item. It is a hero tile upgrade. Alright, I guess we'll do that first. Choose an ultimate. I need to reach the next level before I can do that. You are... When adjacent to at least 3 tiles, gain taunt and +1 health per adjacent tile. So putting that in the center is useful. Okay, what was I going to do here? I was going to... Yeah. Right, this is kind of out on its own. That's interesting. That could be sold, and this could be sold. And 3 is 8, and 7 and 1 is 8. Let's do that. Actually, no, I don't need to. There we go. Now, that is not getting any buffs from the peaches, though. no way of putting that puzzle together without rearranging everything. Gain +1 health for each adjacent tile. If he's only got 2 adjacent tiles, that doesn't. Adjacent attack tiles. Not quite what I want, but it's closer. Alright, you can see all of the fires where things are popping off. She's got 2 shields. A bunch of these. I'd know these better if I played Alice, I think. Alright. I'm not actually damaging her, though, and something is doing a lot of damage to me. That was some sort of a retaliation. Ooh, how come she gets it hit for 23? Yeah. What have I got already? It was the tactile thorns. Privileges, specialist tiles. Small tiles gain 2 per big tile on the board. I know a bunch of big tiles. And a bunch of small tiles. Battle start effects trigger an additional time. That's a lot of battle start on here. Doubles the thorn on your tiles. Active circles. When 4 tiles on your board have been destroyed, all of your tactiles gain shield. I'm gonna do Adrenaline Rush. Now, you could be upgraded. That's powerful. Is there anything else here that is specific to the Monkey King? No. And you are a healing draught. Probably put you next to the shield. Actually, do you? You do. Let's make sure you are attached to the Monkey King. Yep. adjacent attack tile. Do you count as an attack tile? I don't think you do. You're all the way up there. I didn't mean to do that. Too late. What are you? If an attack destroy, give taunt to the tile that the ceiling pin points to. There's something about freedom keys. I don't think that is what I need. Or adjacent accessory. Hold on a second. When an accessory on your +3 health per adjacent accessory. Ah, I like accessory. That is armor. Your consumable. Just put you. Oop. You power to Jason, hold on a second. All right, the monkey crown says gain 2 thorns for every adjacent attack tile. And it has taunt. Okay, so you want it near the attack tiles, but they don't need to be. They're not as important to touch as these are. Now, you were my copy card, but I can't play you at the moment, so. What do you do? At this point, you're really just kind of an extra item on the board because there was something on here that had to do with something down here, the specialist. For all of the Monkey King tiles, we get a buff. Okay. Something on him is hitting back. Yeah. Yeah, there needs to be a rehab option to help understand what's going on. Ooh. All right, you are more hoops. You are another sword. Or an accessory, or an accessory. You are a shield. I could upgrade the shield again. No, I can't, because you can't drag a +1 on top of a +2. You have to make a +2 first. I could add another shield to the thing, to the board. You are another weapon, but I can't have any more weapons. You will wiggle with each other, but you will not wiggle with you because you are a level 2. That will buff that whip, but not this turn. Alright, let's go with this. For the moment. He has 2 level 3 rods and some sashes. They've obviously been upgrading his weapons. to move that up so that it's pointing at one of the peaches. I'll slow things down a little bit. Yeah. All right. Okay. After 3 turns, gain +1 ultimate bar. After 6 turns, give taunt. It's another one of those. Golden rope. Provides... Provides taunt and -3 power to attack tiles that hit it. That's interesting. Okay. I think what I decided is you wanted to be pointed at one of the peaches. But not that peach. Alright. Gain 2 thorns. Yes. Alright, that's fine. You want to be upgraded. Yes. Dragon Whiskers. When an adjacent tile attacks, give it +3 power. Now, you are still available if we wanted. Let's take you off the board. You are when adjacent sunroof after 3. Yes. Ah. Okay. Describes a full attack sequence by the player. If more than one thing has taunt. Yeah. And if a adjacent tile is damaged and can only be consumed once, though. I'm not a real big fan of the consumables for this character. So I might be better off. You are pretty powerful. That does not want to. Okay, let's do this and this. And this. There we go. And we'll come back for this one next time if we're still alive. Okay, so I have some fairly powerful weapons. But if there are a lot of taunting tiles on the board, they don't always do me any good. Okay, that fired off and hit the peach the way it intended. Aha! That might have worked. I'm trying to decipher the difference between accidentally working and otherwise. Select a reward. Receive a random weapon. Drag on the tile. Echo recovery. There's no information as to what echo recovery means. Alright. C tier weapon. Oh, that's an actual C. And then this is an E tier weapon. And this is a C tier weapon. 13. Those are not useful. Those are not useful. This is a consumable but can only be consumed once. This will upgrade that. This will upgrade this, which means that it can upgrade that. This is that I've already gotten rid of. This is that I've already gotten rid of. So let's go ahead and get rid of you again. Alright, so now this says when adjacent after 2 turns gain 1 and after 7 turns gain taunt. And this is a consumer. When an adjacent charge tile uses its effect, gain 1 plus charge. You are a charge. When a tile on board, you get plus 1 charge. Sure. That'll fire off eventually, I suppose. Nothing else. Ah, you are a Mirage Guard. That might be useful. You could be upgraded if I could upgrade you. Alright. I do have the copy card. Merge with any tile to receive a level 1 copy of it. I should probably use that sooner rather than later. Alright, so everything popped off. It'd be nice to have a HP item on the shields as well. Oh, there it goes. When they take a hit, they show you their shield. They show you your HP. Boom cannon when destroyed. Yeah. So that destroyed destroyed one of my weapons, but didn't do enough damage to the others. Iron Staff of Conduct. When the tile is revived, gain +5 power. That's not something that we have the capacity to do. Alright, so that gives me 2 of you. which gives me the ability to upgrade you to something particularly nasty. That's a weapon. This takes it from 6 HP to 12 HP and increases the thorns for every adjacent weapon. Except we don't have a lot of adjacent weapons. Ooh, you are an armor. When damage gets shield. When damage gain a charge, and when charged, gain a shield. That's interesting, but not particularly useful. That's a weapon we don't need. I could find my shield. No, I can't, because you are the wrong type. Aegis of our Harmony. For each adjacent attack tile of adjacent to accessory gains shield. +4 for each consumable. That is interesting. I'm trying to think if I can reshuffle this to gain an advantage. Just open up the rest of the board. Alright, that's for each adjacent tile. That's for each adjacent tile. That needs to be rearranged. You should be in the center somewhere. Down there. Every adjacent attack tile. When an adjacent attack tile attacks, give it plus. You charge. No. I'm not going to use. This is an armor. I think you can have as much armor as you want on the board. is not unique to we only have a couple more left. No way of unlock of using any of those, but there's no, well, I guess I could recharge the board. Hold on to you. Oh, I should have done my copy card, but no, I used it already. You're not useful. You might be useful. Eldritch hat. Yeah. Let's see if we can make as many of these monkey boards as we can, but we can't do it any further, so we'll do this. I have no idea if that made a difference or not. I think she may have confused something. Now she's all powered up and she has a shield. That does not bode well. And she has a whack back. Alright. So, I have 2 more rounds. I could put a taunt onto something. You're not useful, you're not useful. No, you might be useful. You're an accessory. 6 and 8 is 14. Every 2 turns, give the first adjacent attack tile a +1 chain attack. At +3 power. Thorns for adjacent attack tiles. Put you on there and you on there. Second. And then you. so there. Yes. That will add more taunts to the board. You really don't have anything else that you can do. Unless something changes. Yeah. So I guess one strategy is to prioritize character-specific elements. And obviously some of that depends on whether or not things fall out in your favor. In terms of which tiles appear in what order, I suppose you could have a run where you just didn't get any character-specific tiles, or you weren't able to utilize them effectively. And there may be little badges for playing without character-specific tiles. I am getting pretty significant buffs because I prioritize Monkey King tiles. She's popping off. There you go. It's like she put some of my stuff to sleep. It doesn't seem to have done any good. Yeah. So is this the end or is it the final round? End of run. Win 5 battles, that's nice. Okay, win 10 battles, yeah. I do still wish that there was a summary or a line item listing of what fired off in what order and what effect it had, because that would help to figure out which tiles are doing what. And I do think there needs to be slightly more pop-ups to define terms. I need to go to the next chamber. Achievements. Not many. Challenges. Win a run without losing a battle. Yeah, that's not gonna happen in a minute. Rewards. I have one ability. I have 2 heroes. I have 2 profiles. I think you change your profile under customization. All of these are locked. I need to reach level 5 with the Monkey King. And I suspect that's the same for some of these. Yeah. Profile image. Some of these are... We'll do the profile image for the Monkey King since he's the one I like playing. Profile frame. I don't have an opinion on. That looks kind of Monkey King-ish. Sure. That'll do. Okay. That is good for this. I think what I'm going to do next, I'm going to play a round of a deck builder that I like called Heistgeist, but let me figure out how to switch games. Hold on a sec. Exit to main menu. Yeah. Or just exit. Oh, it reloaded the main menu. Okay. The superstition. I kind of exit to the main menu and then go to the desktop. Turnbound is in early access, so this is going to change it. I need to also rearrange my my desk. Okay. And we'll do you and you, and we're going to need to change you to that. Hit the screen. There you go. And it has picked up Heistgeist. Heistgeist is a deck builder with a very strong narrative and some fantastic voice acting. I'm guessing about halfway through. I have most of the other Let's Plays that I've done in a playlist on the channel. If you want to check spoiler alerts, big spoilers, given that we are halfway through, you won't there'll be a recap, but if you're interested in going in blind, this is, like I said, more than third. Yeah, I'm gonna say halfway through the game. It's a little hard to tell. I'm just guesstimating based on how many heists there are left in the achievements. Essentially, our little pink-haired friend here in the middle was the sole survivor of a heist gone wrong, and now everybody is after her to either cough up the item that went missing or just, be dead. Okay. So we are in the midst of a heist. We were looking for the shipment. We did that. We found the lost cargo. We did that. I think we were left with the necessity to leave. Oh no. She discovered that she had been double-crossed at some point, and at the same time, a bunch of bad guys landed on the roof. So she decided that what she was going to do is go up to the roof and confront them, which may not be her brightest move, but we'll see what happens. Shadows in the night. The air shimmered, distorted as if in a heat haze. Flames, fumes, and toxic gases messed with the environment and Alex's senses. She squinted, but the ripples in the air remained elusive, appearing in multiple places at once. This kind of shimmer, it's optical camouflage. Just as her hand touched the blade, a ninja-like figure materialized out of thin air, their silenced barrel aimed directly at Alex. Defend yourself. Alright. You do not have any shield, but you have fairly high HP. You're not going to attack next turn, so we could... Alright, this is more useful when there's more than one enemy on the field. So, let's do you, which will combo with this, which will give me a shield. And this will deal 6 damage. Yes. Instead of 3 because it's a combo. Now, I don't really have an A card that I want to play. Let's just hit you for what we can. And I don't need to heal, so I'm going to end turn and save those cards for later. Those cards will roll over. She gained stealth and mark. And stealth means attacks miss character with stealth until their next turn. Initiating the attack causes the character to lose stealth. So attacking her directly won't do me much good at this point, it sounds like. But I could still chain some stuff together. So let's do you, even though it's not going to do any good. But that allows us to do this, which gives us more shield and payback. Cards with marked have enhanced effect when targeting this character. Gain stealth, removes the mark. Okay, so this is something she's done to work on next time. Why aren't you comboing? Oh, because it's a C. All right, let's do this. And hit you anyways because it will draw a card and give me haste for next time. Not much I can do against her stealth without... Let's see what card, what she actually does. She's done that again. So she's waited out my payback, which is rude. It deals 3 damage. She gonna keep doing... Okay, she's gonna do a special attack next time. So let's see if we can trigger some items. You want to go after a B card. Do you? Miss, that's fine. I want to draw a card. Have an idea of what I'm doing. This would gain me more shield, which I suspect I'm going to need. Now, let's hold on to you too. Actually, no, because I don't have anything that I can combo it with. So 12 shield on Alex is going to have to be enough. Headshot. Alright, she's given me slow, but she hasn't done any damage. And I can deal with slow. And now she is vulnerable. You're a 0 card. You're a 0 card, and you would give me some shield. So, you... What do I have left? Okay. Ooh. You're comboing. That can be good. So that's going to give me a point back, which means that I can play this card. And then you will just do 1 damage. That's fine. They're just going to straight up attack. So the stealth thing was interesting, but it didn't actually get her very much. Alright. She did get through my shield with that. But I think I can still get her... Alright, you want to be after an A. You are an A. Heal oneself. 6 damage. Heal oneself. That plays with the card. That combos. That plays with the card. So it hits, and instead of being left in the discards, it comes back into your hand, and it gives you haste, which would be useful. Let's do as much damage as we can. In turn. So yeah, she's going to ignore the shield again. That's fine, because I actually have some patch-ups. You want to go after a B card. You. Do I still need no? Let's just do straight up. Now I can use my swift scavenge, which, hold on, it eliminates enemies' heals, which this will eliminate the enemy. So now I'm at full health. I've gotten a card called Chameleon Wear, which I suspect is a stealth card. Danger level increased to 5. That's okay. Alex quickly searched the Vortex operative for anything useful, found a couple of magazines loaded with those special Yerper rounds, although she had no idea how they worked. Fortunately, the operative also carried a small but fully stocked tactical kit. I don't need to patch my wounds. I'm going to sell it later. And the last item here is the helipad, which is probably a boss battle.
Miss Novakova, pleasure to finally meet you.
Evening. I'm afraid you have me at a disadvantage here, miss.
Oh, where are my manners? Colonel Katrina Morova, Eastro City Regional Commander of Vortex Security Incorporated.
The bad cop. Bad cop.
Pleasure, I guess. Listen, do you have a business card, or should I be writing it down? I'm a little busy at the moment, but I'll get back to you.
You've been quite busy for well over 2 weeks, stirring all kinds of trouble. That's, in fact, what I'd like to discuss with you, Alexandra. But how about we continue this conversation somewhere else? I know a great little interrogation room at our HQ. We could go right now.
Yeah, now doesn't really work for me.
What did I do to deserve this kind of attention?
Can't say I'm not flattered, but what did I do to deserve attention of a big cheese like you?
Frankly, your actions over these past few weeks made it seem like you were almost begging for my attention. That sloppy armed assault on a transport of a nanochip tech. The blatant data theft a few days later from a highly secure data center. I mean, come on.
Your security seems lacking.
Seems like your security's slacking off a bit.
Your feedback has been noted. Well, the security footage was destroyed by some sophisticated virus. Our guards did, rather reluctantly, admit to being attacked by someone fitting your description. I've retraced your steps since your arrival in Istro City 2 weeks ago, which finally led me to find you here. Needless to say, our stock value took a significant hit due to the events of the last few weeks, and I ended up shouldering the blame. Thus, my Personal motivation defines the one responsible.
And I guess saying that I'm sorry just ain't gonna cut it, huh? So, tell me, Colonel, how do you know my name?
I know quite a lot about you, actually. From your early days on these streets to your recent escapades in Venice, as well as the urgency surrounding your departure.
Huh. Quite the dossier you've compiled on me.
Oh, don't act so surprised. You lowlifes think you're so clever and sneaky with your fixers and silly nicknames. But with the means at our disposal, there's not a thing you can conceal from us once you fall into our crosshairs.
Alrighty then.
So, Katerina, why don't you tell me why you're really here? You're Mechanica's guard dog too?
What gave you that idea? No, I'm trespassing on corporate grounds as much as you are. But unlike you, I have a legal team to sort these things out. I'm here to take you in. I admit that your persistent pursuit of this prototype item is somewhat admirable, but you've caused me enough trouble already. And since I already have your cowboy friend in custody, you would round out the set. Alika's bound to pay quite handsomely for you both. Who knows? They might even consider signing a long-term contract.
What the hell are you talking about?
Your long-term associate, Werner Schmidt. You know, tall, broad shoulders. A questionable choice of facial hairstyle.
Bullshit. Werner died in Venice with the rest of my team.
Oh no, he's very much alive. Maybe if you spent more time looking for him instead of chasing leads for stolen tech, you would have found that out by now. You know what? How about I take you to him right now so you can see for yourself? I bet you have much to reminisce about. Your time is up. You're under arrest. Drop your weapons, Alexandra. You're coming with me.
Oh, I don't think so.
Well, I would be kind of disappointed if you came willingly.
End dialogue. Okay. So yes, Werner is Alex's partner in crime who was, as she said, reported dead. I kind of suspected that wasn't the case, the way they kept bringing him up. But, you know, dead friend issues are also a thing that comes up a lot in these games. All right, fights the Colonel. She has shielding. She's not going to attack. All right, so let's see. Do I have anything that will give me shields? No. So let's just whack her shields as much as possible. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yes, let's do you. This gives haste and returns the card to the hand. This draws a card, gains focus, gains haste, and heals 1 HP. Which is a smorgasbord of all sorts of stuff. This allows us to hit. We can still hit twice. Okay. You can hit. Now, you'll do 3 damage. You'll gain haste. We need haste. Or, well, haste would come in handy. Your 0 card, yours 1 card. I don't have any elements left. So, we're just going to have to hold on to you. But we can still do 4 damage between now and then. I love me a 0-point card. Alright, this is where all of my blades go. So she has haste. She's going to do all sorts of things next time. And she has marked Gaining stealth removes the mark, but I don't have anything that gives me stealth. Well, I do, but I don't have it active at the moment. Alright. You want to be... Actually, I want to do you afterwards. I would love to be able to combo that more effectively, but let's do you, which will allow me to combo this, which will allow me to draw a card, which will allow me to combo this. And you can be 3, 3, and 0. I could do all three of them. Six. Actually, 1 or 2. Let's do you. You. While you're unshielded. Alright, she's marked again. And she's gonna do attack cards with special effects, which I suspect is going to be a problem. Bunch of things that will give me focus, but we really only need... I don't think I need them this time. Do you to gain some shield, and you to gain shield plus payback. And we're gonna actually... Well, you're going to be in a bit of a... You only have a certain number of cards per hand. Let's hold these for next time. I do have... what that is. Alright, the shields held the first time and the second time, and I gave her payback. So that actually worked pretty well. I could just keep everything except the patch up at her just in case. She's going to play a non-attack card on the next turn, so let's just go ahead and... Alright, I did take a bit of a hit, but only by 1. I need to remember to check Alex's debuffs before I do anything. She's going to special attack, and she has marked me. So she is probably going to... She is probably going to apply bleed again. Let's see how much damage we can do. Alright, we want to play you after B. Gonna have to be this is the B card. And so you will give me some more shield. want... I don't have any more points. Oh well. Hope that's enough. That's an injury, which is going to clutter up the space. Alright. You're going to do non-attack, which probably means marking it again. Let's do you, even though it's a bit of a lesser card. That will get us this, which knocks her down to 3. This is a 0-point card. This gets me another point. This won't do any good because it needs discards, but this will take her down to within an inch of her life, which gives me a card to draw, which takes her down. Unseen advantage. Several large caliber rounds ricocheted between Alex and the Colonel, cutting their friendly conversation short. 6 heavy attack drones advancing from 2 sides, intent on shooting first and asking questions later. Take cover in a nearby opening. Several shots rang out, slamming into the steel door just as it sealed shut. The red light flashed, indicating the door was locked. Alex wondered if the Colonel had been equally fortunate in her escape. Get out of here. Alright, so there's one more fight before we can get out of here. I am at full strength, but I do still have to do a dialogue, probably with Zoya. Zoya's our hacker.
Alex, I managed to lock off that vortex lady on the roof.
I still had some stuff I wanted to hash out with her.
That'll have to wait for another day. I notified the local security of the other corpo trespassing on their turf, but looks like they were ahead of the game on that one. It should give us an opening to get out of here, because this place is gonna heat up real fast.
What? Well, okay, so what's the evac plan?
I was able to hack into the autonomous truck network, got us a ride out of here, sending you the coordinates.
Understood. I'll meet you there.
We have one more fight to get through. Do I have any cards that see through stealth? I have a card that gains stealth and draws a card. Well, her deck is maxed out. Two-handed slash. What are you? And at an additional cost, discard a card. Deal 6 damage. If you combo it with an A, return a random C card from the garbage to your hand. Actually pretty good. But I don't want to mess with my cards in the middle of things, so... Alright. Ooh, random friendos. And... you have the highest amount comboed. You have the lowest. So let's do you. You're going to attack. So, do I have anything that gives me a shield? no. You're just gonna have to go at things. Let's do you first. That gets me this again. Ah, that just drew a card. This is the one that returns to my hand. So I can actually do that a couple more times because this likes to be played after an A card. That would do 3 damage. That would give me haste. Let's do that. I don't have any more A cards to combo. He's not going to attack. He's going to attack, but there's no way to get around it because I don't have any shield cards, so. And I do have a patch-up card coming up. And now you have payback. Well, we can wait out payback. That's no problem. And I have a lot to work with. Maybe I have 1 A card. That's okay. I don't have that much to work with. Ah, but you are useful. This card, everything except the patch up. He's gonna pay me back. Okay. That's okay. Worth it. And now I have plenty of points, but nowhere to spend them. I do still have a patch up. So let's do... Alright, heal some more. Now, I can do 3 damage and 3 shield. Nobody's got payback. I don't like you anyways, so you can go. You will combo. And you will just hit. So, I have a shield and I'm in pretty good health. Alright, I've lost a card, but that's okay. Gain 4 shield, gain 4 shield. Let's see what we can do here. This will combo and give me shield, and then this will take him down, which means I don't have to worry about a bunch of stuff, and this will heal me just a little bit, and so will this one. Alright, so I'm back at full strength. One of them is dead, and I am doing pretty well. You have 5 shield. I have a ignore shield. You want to be played after that. That will take down the shield and will open up this for combo. This will do just enough damage. And it comboed into a bunch of different things. I have one more item back and a couple of 0 points. You want to be comboed with an A, but I don't have one. You want to be comboed with an A, but I don't have one. This. This. Alright, this. Famous last words, but this doesn't seem to be going badly. I did take one of my cards away, but that's okay. Combo you with an A. We'll buff my shield. And do more damage. And let's just do one little bit of damage. I'm gonna hold you for later just in case. Heals 3 HP to self, that's fine. So I want to use you in a way that gets me 3 shield, which means you have to be done after this. After 3. Let's burn one of you even though I don't need the healing. I'm going to do 3 damage on you. And 1 damage on you, and we'll just hold the healing just in case. Or shield. You're just delaying the inevitable. She says deploying her own shields. 4 damage, 2 damage. Alright. So, what order do we want to play these in? You. And then you to get all of the buffs. And then you to get the buffs. I think shielding is more important. Go. We did get 1 damage X. Either way, it's 2 damage. Let's do this. This comes with buffs. You are a 0 point card, so we'll play you right away. To you, and we'll hold our discard and our healing for afterwards. Not that I think I'll need them. Well, I might need them a little bit, because now he's at 10 instead of 6. Let's do you first. Alright, this will be enough for this to hammer the shield and take him down. And I've gotten something called a shuriken, which I think I already have.
Today's economic block concludes with Mechanica, a major player in heavy industry and machinery in the Centrope region and the eastern sector. Despite its majority market share, critics have pointed to stagnation, reliance on outdated technologies, high environmental impact, and a lack of scientific innovation, all of which have contributed to negative intra-annual financial outcomes.
Well, This last gig was nothing if not eventful. You can count yourself lucky you didn't end up like those fellas in the containers.
Unfortunately, we ended up empty-handed once again.
Yeah, Kepler might have a solution for that.
Indeed. Securing previous access to 4 out of 5 relevant containers provided us with enough data to determine the location of the 5th one.
And how on earth would we do that?
Similar to Captain's misplaced cargo, these containers emit a distinctive electromagnetic signal enabling their identification. Utilizing an array of predictive models, I constructed a set of potential signatures for the container in question. Conducting a precise high-altitude scan of the city should grant us the exact location.
High altitude, you say? Karel?
Shame you didn't snag that sleek chopper the Vortex Colonel lady's flying. But, maybe I could get us an older model somewhere.
Does anyone here know how to fly a chopper?
I do. Little.
I apologize for the misunderstanding. By high altitude, I meant utilizing a low-orbit reconnaissance satellite.
Whoa.
A satellite. Sure, no problem. But we might need a little more detail here, Cap.
We utilize one of the low-orbit communication and reconnaissance satellites from the Moirai network. Considering the satellite's trajectory, target location, and sensor coverage, it has the potential to scan the entire territory within a reasonable time frame.
Wait. Is the robot really suggesting that we swipe a space satellite?
A satellite is basically a computer in the sky, which means it can be hacked, somehow.
Furthermore, acquiring access to such technology could give us a significant strategic advantage in potential future operations.
Well, a chopper would be much cooler, but I guess a satellite will do too.
Okay, Cap. I presume you have some sort of a plan for how we pull this off. Just please don't tell me we're going to space.
Please wait. Generating a new tactical plan based on updated specifications. Complete. In order to establish the satellite uplink, we require a transmitter of considerable range, operating with the appropriate protocol to access the satellite system. The Moirai Network Tower appears to be the most suitable solution.
Of course. I was starting to worry this might be too easy.
Okay, so the to-do list says talk to Carol, talk to Kepler, talk to Yerevan. Yerevan is at the bar. I guess we can do him first. Louisa is the puppy. Yerevan's nice, but he's not always useful.
Hey, what's cooking? It smells really good.
Right? It's an old family recipe. Want a taste?
Sure, why not? That's really good. What is it?
Made some cooked animal insides. Stomachs, kidneys, lungs. The prime stuff. Fixing up a fancy dinner for Boba.
What? It's dog food?
It sure is. Like I said, it's an old family recipe. Can't be feeding her all that synthetic pet food. She's got a sensitive belly and good taste, just like me. Want some more? There's plenty left. I also cook for stock.
You know what? Sure. It's been a while since I've eaten any real meat.
Haha, that's the spirit.
I rather don't want to know how you got your hands on something like that. Is it even legal?
Unlicensed animal meat? Of course not. But it's criminally delicious.
New tagline for good dog food. Oh, crying out loud. Okay, let's go back and talk to the others. Who do you want? Talk to Kepler. Oh yeah, he has a little maybe icon over his head.
Hey, Cap. Can I ask you something?
Naturally, considering you've already initiated the process.
I have a few questions, actually. Okay, so let's say we somehow manage to gain control of that satellite. You really think this will help us find the missing container?
Yes, my current simulations place the probability of success at 86.42%.
And how long is it gonna take?
Considering the required precision, the size of the area, and the trajectory of the satellite, multiple flights over the city will be necessary. The current projection anticipates the operation requiring up to 5 days.
That's quite a long time. Even if we locate the prototype, it puts us on a really tight schedule.
I can offer assistance in finding an optimal activity to pass the time. Knitting, in particular, is known for its relaxing qualities and surprisingly satisfying outputs.
Hacking into the satellite is one thing, but how do we intend to operate it remotely once we're out of the tower?
Excellent question. I will replicate a part of my original source code and modify it to resemble the section of the regular satellite software update. Once installed, it will build a sufficiently complex neural network. The newly created entity will have similar characteristics as the original platform. From that point on, we will be able to conduct effective and virtually untraceable communication.
So we're uploading a part of you onto the satellite.
Yes.
So you want to send your child into space?
Every aspect within that sentence exhibits a conspicuous lack of factual correctness. However, it does manage to offer a rudimentary approximation of the general overarching intention.
Okay.
But even if we succeed, the satellite won't be entirely ours, right?
The Moirai network operates a series of 24 satellites within their Athena constellation. Each satellite possesses substantial processing capabilities and executes thousands of processes simultaneously. If we maintain a reasonable usage of available resources, our presence should be nearly imperceptible.
Ah, cool. So what other tricks can we do with our satellite?
With its capabilities, we are able to perform reconnaissance of specific areas, upload and store moderate-sized data packages, and, if the situation arises, utilize the death ray.
That last one was a joke, right?
Perhaps.
Thank you, Kepler. All right. So Kepler is the AI that they picked up along the way. Zoya is the hacker. Saba owns the boat. Louisa is Saba's dog. And Karel is the fixer, so kind of the person who finds things and people for Alex.
Sasha, could we talk for a sec?
What's on your mind, Karel?
Just wanted to check on you. You holding up okay? That was some dark shit over there.
Yeah, I'm fine. But yeah, it was pretty intense. There's a lot to process.
This goddamn mess. If only I could somehow turn back time or something and talk you out of that whole Venice fiasco.
Well, I'm afraid this is all on me. You didn't even know about the whole thing back then.
Yeah, that's not entirely true.
How do you mean?
Well, Werner told me. I knew about the op from the start.
What? Werner snitched on me?
He felt the whole job stank, so he came to me for advice, wanted me to talk to you, or more precisely, talk you out of it.
So, why didn't you?
Honestly, I was mad as hell. It hurt, you know? After everything we've been through, you left me out. Just like that. Besides, I knew that even if I tried talking to you, it would only end with a fight, and you wouldn't listen anyway.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm sorry, Karel. I didn't do it to hurt you. I just wanted to achieve something on my own. Solo. Make my own mark. Shit, can't believe how stupid all that sounds now.
Nah, I get it. That's why I didn't even try to stop you. I figured that if it didn't work out, at least it would have taught you a lesson. Besides, I counted on Werner being there to look out for you. If only I knew. Look, Sasha, for what it's worth, I'm sorry. For all of it, for not telling you sooner, I'm sorry. In a way, he's gone because of me. And we wouldn't be in this mess if...
What if he's not really gone? I can't get out of my head what that woman Colonel Morova said. What if they have him? What if Werner's been alive this whole time, rotting in some goddamn prison?
Sasha, you know how I'd wish for that to be true. But you can't believe a single word that woman says. She's a freaking Vortex master spy. They're trained in this psychological warfare stuff. She said that just to get into your head, push you to make a mistake.
Managed to make plenty of those without her help.
All the more reason to focus on the mission. We've got a satellite to steal, and God knows that'll need a lot of focus.
A satellite heist. I almost forgot. Now there's a chance to make a mark.
Right. Why don't you go take a little nap, Sasha? This has been a hell of a long day. I need to make a few calls. We'll talk more later.
Alright, so my to-do list is updated with go to sleep, which will probably trigger a flashback, may trigger a flashback of some kind before another list generates to prep for the heist. 13 days until the deadline.
Hey, Rez! How's my favorite rocker boy doing?
Karel, you son of a gun! You sly dog! How's life treating you?
Good, good. You still cranking out that wild noise you call music?
Hey, it's an artistic statement, man. My music captures the essence of authentic freedom. I've got a vision, you know. No way I'm conforming to some mainstream cookie-cutter crap. Also, the chicks dig it, 'cause it slays. You feeling me?
Yeah, whatever you say, amigo. You're the artist here. Hey, listen. I've cooked up something special. Just your style. Think you're gonna love it.
That's my boy, straight shooter, no bullshit. Spill the beans, Kay.
Yeah, I've got an idea for a little stunt for the fans. Something a little crazy. Thought we'd use that new single you've been working on.
I don't know, man. Oh, that thing's pure fire. Freaking 50 megatons of unrelenting sonic inferno. Absolute brain-melting shit.
So, as bad as usual, huh? That's perfect. Exactly what we need. Send it over.
Ouch. Kay, you sneaky devil. You're my toughest critic. All right. One hot banger, fresh off the oven, coming right up. Boom! You got it. Now, what did you say you need it for?
Remember that crazy idea we had? Operation Tower of Babel? It's a go. But we're doing it here instead of Berlin.
Nah, man. For real? Oh, that's crazy shit. Even for UK. Oh, that's epic. Oh, I swear, you're the goddamn new messiah of punk music PR. We're really doing it. Oh, I can't believe it. Crazy. Crazy. Oh, I owe you big time, my man. Next time you're in Berlin, don't be a stranger. We'll hit the club scene, you and me.
Absolutely. Though I'm not as young as I used to be.
Nah, age ain't the deal. It's all about the mental game. Anyways, good luck, Kay. Thanks for reaching out. Nail those corpo bitches where it hurts.
Interesting friend you got there.
Yeah. That was Ray's Venom. He's kind of the big deal in the punk rock underground scene in Berlin. Yeah, I might have played a little part in that.
That's your little side gig?
Nah, the solution to our problem.
Which one? You'll need to be a little more specific than that.
The Morirai Network Tower works around the clock 24/7. And tampering with live equipment of a multi-billion media network? Yeah, that's how you end up catching a bullet. So we're gonna need a big-ass distraction to pull this off. Something that'll cause enough chaos that you will be the lesser of their problems. Enter Operation Tower of Babel.
I hope it lives up to its name. So what's this operation of yours about?
Years back, we aim to launch Reyes into showbiz. But with all the licenses and regulations, it seemed too legit and commercialized for Reyes. That's when it hit me. A pirate radio. We cooked up this plan to hijack a radio tower, upload the virus, hack the broadcast, and bring the whole network down. We'd get our 15 minutes of fame, guerrilla style, completely free of charge. But things have drastically changed in East Berlin since then. It's too risky to pull off a move like that. However, the Moirai Tower here in the city might be just perfect.
So how does it work? We infiltrate the tower, drop a few beats, and then what?
Every minute down will cost the company hundreds of thousands. So everyone in the tower will be on their feet trying to regain control of the broadcast.
Giving us enough space to execute Kepler's plan. That's neat. And you think we can pull it off?
Ran it by our hacker duo. They already started with the prep. Think our girl stopped breathing for a sec when I mentioned we were doing it with Reyes.
Okay then. Think I need to have a chat with Kepler. I have a lot of questions about this whole plan.
Yeah, Sasha, one more thing before you go. That's actually something I wanted to talk to you about.
Okay, I'm listening.
You know, I don't think I'm really feeling it anymore. Seems like we just keep chasing our tails with nothing to show for it.
Kepler said that with the satellite, we'll be able to find that stupid thing.
Maybe, maybe not. What if the prototype's not in the city anymore? What if it was never here to begin with? What then? How long do you think this'll go on?
I don't know, Cadell. Guess I'll find out in less than 2 weeks.
Now that you know who the client is, what a shit show this whole op turned out to be, you could try to squeeze him to make this whole thing go away. Hell, we've got enough dirt to blackmail the guy for the rest of his life.
And what about the money? There's 8 million on the line.
Forget the money. Molotov's just playing games. He never planned to pay you. I doubt he changed his mind about that.
So what are you saying? That after everything we've been through, we should just drop it?
Frankly, yeah. Listen, it's just business. And there's no gold at the end of this rainbow. You have your team now. There will be other jobs.
I'm sorry, Cadell, but I can't. I need to see this through.
Yeah, I thought as much. Look, Sasha, I love you, I really do. You're like family to me. But I've got a real family too, and they're calling me home. It's been too long. So after this tower gig, I'm going back to Brno.
Oh.
I hate to leave it like this, but...
No, it's okay, Cadell. Really, I understand. So, let's make this one count, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, still a lot of stuff to take care of. So, talk to you later.
Oh, poor Corral. I think he may be dead soon. That, however, is probably where I'm going to leave it for this afternoon, because I need to go get lunch. I may come back later to play some Starfield, because that's always fun. And in the meantime, I will leave it here. And I will say thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.